channel. Wait.
We'll go with what. Let's talk about anything you want, and I'll
Let's
answer.
talk about how nobody's ever seen a brown dog before.
Yeah, and it suddenly
What?
appeared in front of her house.
Okay, let me. I'm gonna check.
Go with what. Let's talk about anything
Hey,
you
what's
want, and I'll.
Okay, so your guys' audio is actually live right now to my YouTube channel.
Yo,
Anything
what's
that
good,
was-
everybody?
No one's gonna be fucking watching. Like, don't worry. It's like.
Yo,
fucking-
just
Okay.
listen.
Oh, you better send me
Hey
the link, by
guys,
the way.
welcome to
When
my
lost in
YouTube
the
channel.
darkness, look
Today
for the
we're
light.
going to be
All the way,
sharing
brother. All the way.
Discord.
All the way.
What
I'm
can I
not
say?
fucking
What can I
touching
say?
Okay.
Fucking
you
let's
ready?
go Fireflies. Look.
There we go.
It's so
Alright.
awesome. I love
if you
Fire.
go in-
It's so good.
Oh fuck! I have to send you guys a link. So who wants the link to the fucking live stream?
Me,
Drop
because
me
I
that.
want to
Send it to
listen
me.
to
Send it to me.
myself.
Send it to me.
Wait.
So drop it,
I'm a-
bro.
Okay.
I'm the main
Just-
host. I'm the
just-
main star of this.
No, I'm the main.
Send me a DM saying. Just
I'm
like
the
me,
biggest bud. What do you mean?
And I will send you the fucking link. Okay. If we're live
I'm a-
streaming
I'm a-
this, my nipples showing. I gotta put on a shirt.
I'm the biggest bird.
Yo.
Yeah, I'm the biggest bird. I am the
Shall I
biggest
make it
bird.
this?
Hey, listen, what is it, Chester? Listen, bro.
Yeah.
I got a message request. I only just seen this now, an hour ago. Paul, come back. I love you. Shut the fuck up, Hyun. Trying to like say that I do shit to you, fucking weirdo. Get out of the fucking get out of here. You know what I mean?
Okay. Chances are I'll probably
I know, bro.
end up deleting this fucking live stream when it's done.
Nah, don't send it to me, please. I need it.
I am sending
After.
you it. So yeah, we are.
It won't get deleted, by the way.
Your guys' cameras aren't visible. They can only see mine, but they can hear all you guys' voices.
Okay, can I say something important?
Wait, can you
go
just
for it.
just change
Okay.
change the title to toxic masculine debate. Gives more views.
There you go.
Well, yeah,
I'm
but
done.
like the fucking. I mean, I can do that, but like.
Yeah, do it.
Optimize your metadata. Make sure everyone
Okay.
gets recommended this
Oh
stream.
fuck!
bro.
This
Make
is
sure-
gonna
Yeah.
Take your time. Don't worry.
Oh wait, yeah, I gotta fucking get into YouTube Studio to change the title.
Sylvester.
Um,
I'm happy with this. I'm gonna be talking. I'm gonna be just
Yeah,
dancing.
so
everything's
again,
gonna
that's
be
my main
alright.
thing with toxic masculinity is like, you know, there are guys who genuinely like are tough
Trust
and
the
stuff
debate.
like that, but I don't think that's necessarily toxic. Like toxic masculinity is trying to conform to something you're not. Again, this is just my opinion. Hold up, I'll edit the fucking.
Oh my days.
This. Okay. Oh fuck! I've realized something with like YouTube and stuff. You have to capitalize all the fucking words, or else for whatever reason you get way less views.
My business coach is having a fucking
Yeah.
get together in London, and I
like,
missed it.
Yeah, again, like I know some guys who are genuinely tough and big and stuff like that. I don't think that's toxic masculinity. That's just natural masculinity. To be honest, but like on the other side of that, I know a lot of guys who are genuinely very sensitive and caring, but try to hide that, and that's why I reckon it's toxic. That's why I reckon the masculinity is toxic. Is like when you are denying yourself who you are, and that's like another thing. It's like, okay, I'm really gonna be very honest here. I'm a little fucking bitch when it
I'm a
comes
pretty
to that shit like
sensitive
that.
guy.
Yeah, I'm very sensitive as well, and I try and own that because I don't want anyone to be friends with me or like me for something that I'm not. I remember it was a big thing when I was like, you know, in high school, you know, trying to, as the kids nowadays would call it, rizz up the girls, and I would deny who I am to try and see myself to be more impressive, and it's just like it's dumb because eventually at some point. If this is someone you genuinely want to spend your life with, that facade has got to go away at some point. You can't keep acting forever as much as you'd like to wish you could. And it's like, you know, they're going to figure that out someday.
I don't know. I thought it was always stupid for guys to hide the fact that they are like sensitive in some way.
Oh, yeah. Like, 100%. It's like, dude.
I was talking to this chick at work yesterday, and she was like, or I think I said it first. I'm pretty sure I said first, like, everyone's just too horny nowadays. And she's like, yeah, that's what's wrong with people now. That too. I don't know.
Paul.
Hello.
Okay, but in what context
Alright.
is that toxic masculinity that a woman said everyone's funny? That's just facts.
Oh, I don't know. It's just
Alright,
fake.
But
Go on.
You know
you're
what?
cute though.
I'm
not gonna
gonna
lie.
listen.
Right,
I'm gonna
right,
listen.
listen. Let's just do this, right? Let's get one thing out of the way, right? Let's just not talk over one another. You know what I mean? If you've got to keep yourself composed, you got a bit of discipline, you have a bit of respect one another. You got to discipline yourself just
We're
to
good.
kind of just let the person talk, and then you can come in. Just say when you're gonna come in, and then talk. That's the best way about this, right? Continue.
Okay,
I'm
gonna
gonna
lie.
listen.
Okay,
I'm
so
gonna
Right,
listen. I'm
We're
gonna
doing
listen.
good.
Let's just do this. No, I know. I'm just because I've had conversations on Discord and people don't know basic communication, like basic, sort of just methods of communication. They just don't know how to actually communicate with people properly. They don't know like the actual principles they should be following to come across as respectful and like somewhat like an actual, I guess, come across as more of a
Fuck,
just, like,
I'm
a
actually gonna do this.
respectful individual, even if they're random shit they're talking about, it may not make any sense.
I'm not
Carry
sure how
on.
much you guys are watching the live stream, but like one of my comments
Wanna
also, one of my viewers also just said, like it's an over sexualized time, which is 100% true. I
Yes,
mean,
sir.
it depends on your views on sex, but it's like,
No, I believe it 100%. Like, I have homies. Like, I live in Chicago, so all my friends and stuff, they're on that fuckboy grind. Saying, you know what I'm talking. Should I not swear?
No, but can I be frank
ahead,
with you,
Mark.
real? I'm gonna tell you something, man. See, when you speak about this toxic masculine stuff, right? You have to understand this entire wave of people are literally bandwagoning off of a red pill ideology which has been passed down from many people. Notice how like all these like little influencers like Aiden Ross and Sneeko, they're not really like about that toxic
fuck
masculine wave.
Sneaker.
I love Aiden
Sneaker
Ross.
is
No,
just
no,
a
no, no, wait,
fucking
hold on.
Andrew
This
Tate
is what I wanna
wannabe.
say.
Hey, what
No,
do we
no,
say?
no.
What do we say? What do we
Hey,
say?
this is what I want to say. Because there's so many like little kids getting involved in this wave, none of them practice what they preach. Because I want to tell you something now. There's levels to this, yeah, that most people will never get to, right? And one of them is semen retention. That shit, yeah, is way more tough than anything these guys could say. Because if you have control of your mind, yeah, why don't you just retain your seed and start watching porn? They won't, because they don't have that type of level. That's why Aiden, he says, oh, I'm gonna do it, and he's gonna like do this cold shower shit. It don't work.
Yeah,
It's legit like all for views and everything, bro. Most of these guys are not going to the gym. They're just acting like they are because they want to get views and clicks. It's like same with spiritual soul. But then there's a guy here that just decides, you know what, fuck this, it's too easy. So then like me and like other people, we actually put in the work and grind though. And because there's so many people, yeah, like doing stuff at like the Sigma male shit, right? Because there's so many people doing that stuff, right? It's kind of like disrespectful to like just acting like they are that type of shit. But they put in this context like it's a good thing, even though, yeah, the entire like premises is basically off of like a film, but they try and mix it with red pill shit and then call it like they call it cool. It's weird to me because you're taking one thing and then another and you're merging it and saying, hey, this is what we want to be like, and calling it toxic masculinity. That's not what I represent. Like as a person, I just do what I want because I want to level up myself.
There is like this
It's
weird
self-improvement
thing
at the end of the day.
where like toxic masculinity seems to almost be inherently involved with misogyny, which is still like so fucking dumb. It's like, can't be a fucking proper male if you fucking respect women. Like, and that's like a whole thing like people like Sneaker and Andrew Tate like preach, where like, they're incredibly misogynistic. I think Sneaker is probably like, because he's relevant right now, he's a very, very good example of toxic masculinity, where it's like, he's just an Andrew Tate wannabe, and like, even though Andrew Tate, I don't respect him, like, Sneaker is even less true to his fucking ideals than Andrew Tate is. Like, he's so contradictory and stuff. Again, I mean, I assume all you guys know all the stuff about Sneaker and Critical.
Yeah.
I know.
Wait, is he the guy who's shitting on Moist Critical? Or is that a different
he
guy?
will shit on anyone who talks shit about him unless that person is actually buff. Like,
the thing is though, Sneeko,
the fucking video's
like,
blowing up on YouTube too. It's fucking insane.
He called
But then
a
again,
magazine a clip.
This is the issue, right?
He called a
This is the
magazine
thing.
a clip.
Hold on. Can I be honest with you? You have to understand that Sneeko, this is the reason why I kinda like think Sneeko is is somewhat, like he's real about what he says. One, he's actually a model before any of this thing blow up, and two, the guy literally had like good talking points in some of his old videos before he went, rogue and started doing all this 2021 lockdown
He has
uprising shit.
he called a
The guy
mega
is
clip.
crazy. He's crazy.
I
The
give you
thing with
props on
him,
that. Actually, I believe he's very real. However, now I think he's a real dumbass.
yeah, because
In a
Fresh
real
and Fit got to him, bro. Fresh and Fit got that clout to his head. He started copying Andrew Tate's wave, and then because of TikTok and like all these little soy boys, they started, hyping him up. And now the guy's getting like his little kid fans to write tweets for him.
Yeah.
That's not what he
Um,
stood for at all. This guy changed it quickly.
one of my
Yeah.
See.
viewers as well just commented saying like Sneaker was very emotional. Risk Control is being a perfect example, and that's again another thing. He is an emotional guy. He just won't fucking admit it. He's like
I
he's
liked
super contractor.
Urban Fruit.
What was the name? There was one fucking boxer that talked shit about him, and Sneaker's response is,
Brandon Buckingham.
yeah, Brandon Buckingham. He's like, I'm not gonna fight him. He's gonna fuck me up. Well, also criticizing most critical for being like, yo, he won't fight me, and blah 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 blah. And it's like,
Yeah.
why is it okay for you to admit that, but also accuse someone else for not wanting
Well,
to
wait.
fight you?
In fairness, it's not even a fight at this point. When he's like pointing and waving the gun around and talking about going down there, it's like not even a fight. At that point, you're technically threatening like another dude
Yeah,
and
but
his girlfriend. It's like
he's also
pushing it.
Also to any person who's just joined, we are currently streaming this chat.
I've been on that.
Yeah, okay, sweet, too easy. But yeah, that's
Yeah, I
like
don't know how to turn on my headcam, so I have no idea how it works.
Sneaker is really just the most relevant, perfect example of toxic masculinity right now, because
But he's not like the main thing that represents
No,
it, though.
I actually disagree. I think he's kind of a pussy, and a lot of everyone knows it.
yeah,
I think
but
he wants to be
that's the
boss
thing is
immaculate.
like he wants
But
to
so's Myron.
he wants to seem tough. He wants to seem big and tough, and that's not who he is. And that's what I was saying. It's like I think
Yeah.
that's what toxic
Yeah.
masculinity is. It's
I
like
agree.
when you feel this need, like societal pressure to act bigger and tougher than you are, to a point where it's like it's damaging not only to yourself but the people around you, and that's what makes it toxic.
Yeah.
And I agree with you, but like we have to understand is with like with Andrew Tate and like what he's representing. You have to understand like he came onto Fresh and Fit's podcast with a goal to actually elevate his brand and his thing. He was like this way before. If you know about the history, he was like that way before. But the problem is the conception of like what he's trying to like do and like it gets confusing for some people because some people don't understand what he's saying because he speaks more than what he actually like people perceive as, because what he tries to say is that like nowadays it's all just doubled down on like men, and most of the time when people are trying to do the things that, let's say, like for example Andrew does, it doesn't go easy. That's what he tries to. He preaches realness and realisticness with a hard work ethic mindset. That's basically what he tries to do. But the problem is, some of the time he mixes his character online with his real life self, and that's why people think, okay, he's an asshole. That's the problem. Now, Sneeko, he's a clown because he did this entire thing and actually adopted this ideology, and now look at him. He's literally copying a fake identity of a person that he thought looked up to him, even though Aiden is seen as more of a favorite to Andrew.
So here's the thing: if you have researched Hustlers University at all, and like even what Hustlers University tells you, they are not trying to get you rich. Like if you look at if you actually if you honestly look at the thing of like, I can't remember where you can find it, but it's an official thing that Hustlers University put out of how much money you're expected to make with this course. It's still nowhere near as I think it's like 1,500 USD a week. It's like the most.
Yeah, but that's just an estimate of like your ability,
Yeah, but
it's an estimate because a lot of the professors in there can't just judge you off your skill. You have to actually put in the work,
I think it's CoffeeZilla actually joined it, and they don't really teach
Yeah,
you
dude, I
anything
love
in it.
CoffeeZilla. My boy.
It's pretty much, it's like he preaches grind set, which is a very, very basic part of like getting that much money. Like you can grind for ages and you still won't get anything. You just know what to do. And the other thing, they just teach you basic drop shipping techniques. Like Hustlers University, it's really just a fucking thing to monetize men's insecurity.
All right.
Yeah.
Can I say something? You
For
know, there
people
is a
who didn't
YouTuber
happen to have
called his name is Long Kong, right? He was a homeless man, you know, in Birmingham, you know, living in his car, and I think he made like a video where he showed that he made around like 10,000 just by joining Hustlers University 2.0. This is when Andrea was skyrocketing last year, so it was kind of fresh. Now, as a student and also like a high rank member in some of the classes and stuff, I can literally tell you that there are a lot of testimonials. Problem is it's not public because a lot of the what's it called, the AI websites get taken down, so a lot of the time, you know, it doesn't really get to show because obviously the service had to reset. But if you went in there now, you probably see like a lot of people that have made money in there. It's not just like, you know, dropshipping. It's like copywriting, it's crypto, you know, business skills, management, you know what I mean. A lot of the
Yeah.
professors in there are actually like real guys. They've actually made millions. The
Again,
only issue with the entire program that I think is probably because everyone thinks it's a money get rich quick guarantee. You still have to learn skills. Like I had to learn copywriting before I had to get my, you know, SDR money fund up. Like I
Yeah.
wasn't doing SDR programming, like I wasn't doing sales calls and shit before that. I was doing copywriting, sending out emails so I could have the money to do this because I wanted to like level up, you know what I mean?
yeah.
It's not like a
Ah.
thing that you have to like, you
Yeah.
know, get quick. It's not like crypto.
I think one of my viewers again has just suggested a really good thing where it's success isn't made by like okay, so hard work is something you need for success, but it doesn't guarantee you success. Um, that's the thing. So like the grind set doesn't necessarily work all the time. You need a certain amount of
Well,
intelligence and slash or luck.
Discipline.
I was about to
No,
say, like the thing.
I mean, hard work is just based on discipline alone. That's like,
The thing is, these websites are selling ideas, and the ideas are dependent on the person intaking them.
like,
So the thing is, they're all great ideas, but if the person that's intaking those ideas doesn't have the dedication, doesn't have the motivation, doesn't have the resources, then they're just
also,
ideas.
yeah,
Yeah.
if you look at, like, you know, again with Hustlers University, it is really just like capitalizing men's insecurity. Like the amount of like, you mentioned one
I could
success
definitely see that.
story, and that is some guy who learned how to play it well. It's not the most people, and I don't think that was even Andrew Tate's goal, is to make people successful.
But
The
there are
whole
thousands of
Well,
other
I just think he
testimonials in
got
the
enough
program.
clout around it, and he was just like, "Oh fuck, yo, I'm marketable. Oh shit," and then everything went from there. Because I believe a lot of the other fucking like YouTuber people that commentate on that, like, yo, he's a fucking killer marketer. You can't say otherwise, bro. That dude
Yeah.
shreds fucking gnar when it comes to marketing. But
Because he
that's
had a team
also
of you know, individuals that knew what they were doing, you know.
and the most marketable thing in America is clout, drama, and bullshit. If you can pull that off and get away with it clean, then you can win Oscar for Best Picture.
Then why did Fresh and Fit promote Andrew then first?
Oh, well, Fresh and Fit's fucking Fresh and Fit. I don't
Yeah,
know much
they're a bit
about
weak.
them,
They're kind of
but
beta.
I hear a lot of bad shit about them. My boys Abba preach.
I've never heard of Fresh and Fit.
They're alright. I've been pretty sure actually okay. I like them.
Yeah, that's kind of how I learned about them. And I was careful. I know not to take biased shit all the time, but they actually had the video of them like basically going back and forth. And I was like, oh wow, yeah, these Fresh and Fit people are kind of based in the wrong way.
Yeah, another thing I was saying,
Yeah.
back onto the topic of Andrew Tate, is one thing he does, which is a classic marketing thing nowadays with all these get rich kind of influencers, is they say some completely retarded shit, but they make sure to mix in some smart shit with that. It's like
Yes.
they'll say things that are so obvious, and then you listen to them like, well, they're smart, so the rest of the dumb shit they say must also be correct too, which is a very classic marketing technique. Like, Andrew Tate is a businessman first and first.
Some nifty psychology
like,
going on there.
he does not care about getting people rich. Like, he just cares about making money, and he's found a way to do that off insecure men.
And also, I think one of the things that kind of threw me off was like when the dude's talking shit to Greta Thunberg. I'm like, I mean, I'm not super crazy about the woman.
Oh,
I mean,
dude.
she stands for some good causes,
Yeah.
but it's like, bro, you're bitching at like a fucking kid, or I
Yeah,
guess
dude,
an 18-year-old.
literally, I mean, everyone here who knows about the Greta Thunberg controversy will probably
Yeah, I
know
know,
about the tweet
I know.
Oh yeah,
with
no,
the
that's
She
fucking
got
what got
guy
arrested though,
who's like,
right? She was
Andrew,
I
arrested.
just think it's
oh yeah,
funny.
that was
Like,
for an environmental thing. That's not anything I was gonna
Yeah,
say. Linguin
but that was her own fault
490.
though. You know what I mean?
I really just want to like preface you guys. If you join this call, you are live right now, and I am like live streaming this. I don't
I
want
was
to.
here before.
Yeah. Okay.
oh,
Sorry.
you stream? Okay, my bad.
Yeah. I just want to make sure. Oh, didn't you know? I really don't like live streaming people without their consent. Is my
Yeah,
thing.
Well,
yeah.
hey, I give you props that you have balls for live streaming a fucking public server because that shit. Oh, I will
Oh
do
yeah,
that. I
no,
tried to do it
Yeah.
once.
I'm still waiting
Can
for
I say
someone to
something? Can I
come
say-
in and just say the M
Can I
word,
say
and then
something?
this thing will be demonetized. Yeah, go ahead.
No. The stream won't get demonetized. I've had people say that before, but it hasn't done anything because YouTube streams are too big. But anyway, can I speak? All right, thank you.
Yeah, go on.
Look, I listened to what you said. You know, I understand. You know, like Andrew can be like a persona on camera with, especially with his brother and Luke. And I can't lie, a lot of like the emergency meeting videos are usually staged because a lot of the time, you know, they just do stupid stuff. And I can kind of get where you're coming from. You know, about it. But like to say that he preys on the insecurities of men, like I don't think you understand. Like a lot of the men that have come to Andrew, like at the start of his career, they were grown men. Like these kids and all this, they're like the new generation of fans. Most of the men that follow Andrew were either his fans from kickboxing or have slowly grown to kind of understand where he's coming from because he didn't have it easy. He was born in literally like America, moved to Luton in a council house, and then became homeless
Wasn't
at
his
20.
dad like a champion fucking?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
he wasn't
yeah.
rich. He wasn't rich. The thing
chess
that we
player?
understand is like he came from humble beginnings, and everyone can appreciate that, right? You know, because when you come from humble beginning, you know what it's like to have money. Because
You know
obviously,
how then you
people
would
who
know
are
how
rich,
what it's like to act humble then too.
but the thing what people don't understand is that when you become, you know, someone that has like wealth and value, a lot of the time there are people out there that will try and put you down, bash you, and make up things about
That's
you
fair.
because
That's
of how
true.
you are. Now,
That's true.
Andrew, he is that type of
Professor,
person to tell you
sorry.
how it is, right, and try and give hope to people around the world, especially men. But there are some
Ah.
times where things he can say, I know it's a bit controversial,
To
but the thing is, he's a character on the video.
to the
There's even instances where he's
Fluff,
cut himself off
hold
and
up.
tried to actually, you know, just actually be a real person and just say, you know what, I was joking.
I'm
There's literally a clip of that.
Chester,
So this entire like,
I really just want to say I'm sorry for interrupt you, but I really want. Oh, hey
go ahead.
Kev, I just want to talk to the new people on here just to let them know that they're live streamed. I don't want to put people on
No
the
problem.
internet without their consent. So new people join,
Well,
just give me the chance to say that. Anyway, go on to what you were saying.
All right.
What I'm saying is like I think what people don't understand is like when you talk about these things that, you know, like he's done or he's like doing for like some people in our generation, it's all like done in a positive way because he's giving a chance for us to speak to like, you know, people that have made it and actually have experience, you know. Like who wouldn't want to speak to a millionaire on a platform and get your questions answered and actually find out what you could be doing wrong and trying to fix it. I would say that's a benefit of being in the program because it's helped a lot of people, including myself, actually see results. I was in the copywriting
But-
branch and I was literally the first one of the people that was in the program
You shouldn't
before it
have to
reached
pay
200,000.
money. You shouldn't have to pay money to know that grinding is good. Like,
But here's the thing though, it's literally like new ways they're bringing in to get online income, and it's not gonna be like, you know, something that could be replaced in the future, for example, because it's all gonna be done by your hands only. And if you know what you're doing, and it's not like, let's say if you want to make a business, dropshipping, if you're not the same commoditized business as everyone else, and you put like a good offer and value in, then of course you're gonna make more money. And that's why the professors in the program kind of help you with understanding more about business. But the problem is
it's such-
too many people don't know how to run one.
yeah, I suppose. But that's what I was gonna say is like it's my time. The drop shipping techniques it tells you are very basic. Like honestly, like you're way you're way
It's not like
more
YouTube videos.
worth off going to anyone but Andrew Tate.
I agree with you
Which-
because, like, you know, the dropshipping stuff in there, you know, it's all on Google. Everything's on Google. The thing with the professors
I
and
think-
stuff though, and also like the testimonials and like everything else, is it's all made for you.
This is kind of derailed a bit from the fucking toxic masculinity. The point is,
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna make a point earlier too,
Yeah,
but
go
I
on.
won't let y'all.
No, you go.
Well, I was extracting off what Homeboy said because he is right. And one of the things he said was right was definitely I guess the aspect that there's a lot of people out there that kind of have a way of marketing and do their thing, whether it's kind of spicy or not. and that's 100%. I'm with that. Like Lil Nas X, I know he's kind of an easy example, but one of the things I loved most about that little bastard is
Yeah, I'm
that he
back. My
slowly
grandma just told
became.
me that I had to get some
Oh,
food for the fam or whatever.
you good?
I'm
Do
back.
what you gotta do.
Right.
Hey, take it easy, dude. It was good talking to you.
Listen, nice
All right,
But
talking to
so
you. Just have to-
oh
I'm gonna
yeah,
keep.
we're going a bit off
I'm gonna
topic, but
continue to
like
distract off your point, even though you're leaving too, because you made
yeah.
a good point in one aspect for sure. But
But what I just don't understand is like when it comes to the young generation, right? I feel like they're easily too influenced in whatever like he or
that is true.
anyone on the Red Pill side is saying, and that's
Oh,
why a lot of the
100%.
time, you know, this toxic masculinity thing gets seen as like good, and that's why this Sigma male movement is stupid, and it's being promoted by like these people who are not even supposed to be like masculine. Like
To
from
be
a young age,
honest,
people grow hyper masculine, right?
my
These guys are just promoting this and making
yeah,
it look good, even though you're promoting it on the platform with kids, and it's like, how are you gonna promote this Sigma stuff and yet ban Tate? It doesn't make any sense.
yeah.
You're just literally gonna keep it going and going.
And again,
That's how it
like
started.
my fucking thing is like, Jesus Christ. My thing with this is like societal pressure and stuff, like especially gender roles. Absolute bullshit. Just be who the fuck you want to be. It doesn't have to be born with a dick or a vagina. Just do what you want. And it's like
The thing is, though,
insane where
it's not
it's like you can't do what you want because people will judge you for that. And it's like,
the chill, happy stuff and the nice, like even balanced way of thought is the way things should be. The problem is it's not entertaining and it doesn't keep people's attention. So the thing is what we're really talking about is we're
um,
talking about
Oh,
e-
the
ep-
contrast and
Epic
comparison of
Shamil,
marketing
I'm just
and
gonna let you know
idealism.
this call is being live streamed, and
So that's
anything
the
you
real
say
issue is
will
marketing and idealism kind of competing
oh,
and also working with each other in the
yeah.
weirdest ways possible. And that's where like and the thing is that's where I
what's
would
the
actually go even
discussion
further
here?
to say it's less an Andrew Tate thing and more of that because there's a bunch of
Yeah.
dudes. There's a bunch of
I don't
dudes.
know.
I mean, hell,
It's
look what
just
fucking
Andrew
happened to
again.
Liver King.
Andrew Tate's whole business model is just capitalizing off toxic masculinity.
Hmm.
You know, the whole
But
fucking.
in a sense, but then once
Define
again, what's
toxic masculinity.
not too different from a lot
I
of
fucking dude, you
people
came here way too
that
late.
capitalize
I've already talked about my opinion what toxic masculinity is fucking hours ago.
What the fuck?
but
Can I be
yeah.
honest?
Mm.
What he is say, what he did explain it, and you know he did say like what he felt about it, and I think maybe like you should just basically let him speak, and then like you know afterwards you can say, you know what I mean. So Cypher, you can just speak. I'm gonna get to my point afterwards. So I just want to hear what you guys have to say.
I
I
mean,
also want to join at some point.
no,
Oh, you're good. I
again,
don't
well,
want to
I
talk too much.
mean, sorry. Epic Shamil 03, I'll catch up to speed at least for what my opinion on toxic masculinity is, and that is pretty much denying who you are, acting a way you don't want to do because you feel like that's not the masculine way, essentially. Like if you're a, rough and tough fucking guy by nature, then by means act like that. If you are sensitive but feel like you can't act that way because that's not what society sees you as, that's what's toxic.
What?
Yeah.
Very good.
Again, I think the main thing I'm trying to preach here is authenticity is what matters. Like, don't give up who you are because someone else says
I
differently.
agree with that.
But like
Well,
Andrew is not even here now. He's in jail, still grinding.
that's
You
a
know, even
nice
without
sentiment,
him.
but
And I feel like
unfortunately,
now that he's gone.
grinding.
No. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Now that Andrew is gone, right, and Tristan's in jail, and Luke's handling the Hustlers University, you can start to see the cracks in the walls, right? These kids and all these guys that were on this hype train, they're all going downhill, and I'm the one putting in work daily because I stuck to the same morals I had since day one last year because I didn't want to be like that no more. And I'm still doing it because I didn't want to become some, you know, loser at 20. And that's just my personal belief. It's not because I just didn't want to, because it's a reality.
Well,
I mean,
again,
if you're 20 with nothing, then you
like,
need to have up in your value.
this whole
It's
point is
important.
super subjective of what you consider to be a loser at the age of 20. Like, I've never done,
No
like,
money.
I'm 21, right?
No, man.
When I was 20 years old, for the past 18 months, I lived on
I'll let you finish.
Centrelink, which is the Australian version of welfare, right? But I had good friends, a good family, and all this stuff, all these people that supported me. I'd never felt like I'd failed. And that's the thing, is it's like, you are the one that decides when you failed and when you haven't. That's 100% up to you. If you feel like
I
you
never
know
fail.
20, if you feel like you're 21, living on welfare and you've failed, that's because of your own subjective opinion of what failure is.
Right. I think it's important to take action, you know, and like accountability when you want to
Oh,
like, you know, improve yourself. That's what I try and do. And
100%.
you know, like
Not,
it's really like, you know, about just doing what you want to do and not putting down anyone, but trying like to enlighten them and show them like a little bit more about what it
yeah, but
is to be like you know what I mean?
yeah, I mean, I understand what you're saying. It's like, enlighten people and
Yeah.
stuff to help them, but that's also a thing. It's like, if they don't agree with you on the opinions of what you think bettering yourself is, then you have no place to tell them that. Like, if someone comes up to you and be like, yo, you're so successful and you got all this money and I want that, by all means help themselves. But if you think someone's like a weak little, like, a weak person and stuff and that, but they're happy with that, then you have no right to try and convince them to be tougher.
Yeah. I think that goes back to what you said about, you know, that business model you said, right? Don't you think it could probably be targeting, you know, more exclusivity rather than, you know, open all round, everybody come in or pussy? You know what I mean? Like it could be targeting maybe a certain group of individuals that are action takers and actually want to improve their life if they can, you know, learn self improvement and try and do the positive things
Yeah,
and
but
go gym. I've seen on your
self-improvement
channel that
is
you've, you know,
fucking.
worked out and stuff. But I feel like if it's done in a positive way for certain people, then maybe they wouldn't perceive it as toxically masculine, because
Okay.
maybe like, you know, they probably had some like past like misconception with like, you know, some like older figure or maybe like some older brother, like you know, it's the common thing that happens all the time, you know, like sometimes we have that one person that just pushes us and says, oh, if you don't do this, you're a bitch, you're a pussy, that kind of peer pressure stuff. And I
Yeah.
feel like that doesn't need to be in the way. And there's always other people that still preach the same things, but can be done in a more positive way. Or it doesn't have to be, you know, appearing as toxic, like you said. So that way it can be way better for you and also not have the same
Again.
things that could potentially be bad. But if they don't want it, they don't have to. It's about doing the right
Yeah.
things.
Exactly. And no, I 100% agree with you on that. It's just like, it's these people who. I think this is mainly like a very young person thing. Is like people who feel like they should have to be a certain way, even though like they don't agree with it. And a lot of times, especially teenagers, and this is like fucked up thing with teenagers, they will
Oh
do
man.
shit without agreeing with it, and they don't even realize they don't agree with it until fucking years later, and they've stuck with this bit, so they feel like they have to do it. Like,
The sad truth is, like, they're not even built for it. You know what I mean? And they're just doing it because their friends are telling them, like, yo, this guy's legit. He's got the money and everything.
yeah,
But like, this kid's in Thailand, yeah, they have to fight for money actually, and they're getting hurt badly. And the difference is, those kids are doing it because they have to, and then the others are just doing it because, you know, it appears cool. It's like listening to rap, yeah, and thinking you're a
um,
gangster. Like, it's two different things,
10,
but like have two different sides.
10
It's
bigger.
something like I don't understand really.
I just want to inform you that this chat is being live streamed right now. So,
Smash.
yeah, okay, sweet. Um, so like, yeah, that's being put in a tough position. That's doing what you have to and stuff. Like, I understand that. I don't know. I like that's coming from like a really hard place where you have to do things you don't agree with.
Mm.
Which, yeah, I suppose that's a good thing.
Are
I
you gonna rate me? You
that
know I'm only 10.
Hold
that
on.
that
Yo,
that's
meet this kid.
Yeah, meet the kid.
yeah, I will. Um,
Like,
but like that's
there
a
you go.
good thing you've said that I haven't actually like acknowledged yet is the fact that people have to do this shit to survive in their own countries. Because I'm talking as an Australian, like
Yeah,
Australia compared to a lot of other countries is a very privileged part of the world.
Wait, do
I know, I
what?
know.
Do what?
Like in
Oh,
places essentially
tell
for
him.
like you need that toxic masculinity to survive. If you aren't
Yeah,
like in a lot of third world countries and stuff, you have to act big and tough to fend off other people, even if that's not true to who you are. You have to do that to survive in that environment. That's something I didn't really acknowledge or anything like that, and I feel like a fucking idiot for preaching all this stuff and now coming to terms with that.
Just to check your DMs when you get the chance, brother.
Again, this
No
isn't
problem.
like affecting fucking Andrew Tate fans who are mostly American.
They
Oh,
have
no, no.
guns. They don't need to. That's why I'm an advocate for guns. I will not rest until every human has a gun in their house.
The thing that I want to tell you is like, these kids in Thailand, when they're fighting, you know, they're not doing it because they enjoy it. They are born into this sport, and if they get hurt, then it's another day at work basically. And that's what separates, you know, realness, like bravery, masculine, from like kiddie, fake masculine. You know what I mean? Like that. Those are two different things right there. Like back to what I was saying about the rap and all the gangster lumping slumping shit. People just do that stuff and get busy, like in real life. Like Eazy-E, for example, he was a real rapper. You know, he was actually doing shit and getting busy. And then you got all these other fakes here rolling around thinking they're, you know, like
Oh
hot shit.
I actually.
You see what I'm talking
sorry.
about? There's always a
533.
feminine and a masculine in every category. It's just
I
it just depends on who's listening to it.
hold up.
Maybe because
Hype 33. Before you say anything, I want to know this chat is being live streamed right now.
performative masculinity is
yeah.
entertainment. That's why you have like action heroes for like thousands of years.
No, but these kids are not doing it because like it's like for performance. These kids are doing it to survive. Like they're fighting because the gangs are corrupt in Muay Thai and they have to do it. Same with, you know, some people that are poor and like, you know, they're living on a low income bracket to like fight to survive. It's a hyper masculine type of thing they have to like be born into, and sometimes they mold them kids by it. You know what I mean? It's like a long time ago, back when like Spartans were around. They literally just took little babies and trained them to be fighters, bro. Now the thing is, it is like something like back then it would be acceptable, but now in this modern age with technology and, you know, like freedom to express and everything, it's very easy for people to, you know, easily like dismiss this and like come together and band against one ideology against another. You know what I mean? We've seen it loads of times with, you know, left and right, Republican, Democratic. You know what I mean? We ain't gonna talk about all that today. That's a different story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like the point is being that whatever like these people do, it's on them because they're coming into this entire like ideal, talking about, you know, like
Yeah, I
doing
already
this
had them muted,
red
so
pill
I don't know
stuff,
what
and
the
it's
fuck
weird
I'm
to me.
saying.
Oh yeah,
But
by the way, we're live, by the way. Whoever just gotta remind everyone in.
yeah.
But anyway,
So
like,
I mean, people I haven't already fucking muted already, because there are people I already have muted and they don't get to talk. But
I'm muted.
Mr. If no, you're not muted.
Let's
Adinia,
go.
just so you know, we're actually live to my YouTube channel right now. Before you say anything, we're talking about toxic masculinity.
yeah, man.
Oh, okay. Thanks for telling me. I mean,
Yeah. So
What do you have to add to the conversation as a woman?
I
What are your
suppose that's
thoughts?
actually a good point, Adinia, if you want to answer
If you
that.
have
It's
any.
like,
Yeah, actually,
we've just been talking to
I'm
guys right
sparking
here.
one up.
What do
Okay,
you
that's
see
good.
as toxic masculinity?
I'm gonna go mute.
I would say it's mostly, first of all, like an inability to express emotions. I feel like that's really bad for men themselves because I know like from like personal experience, okay, like I have not I don't want to say like a lot, or I just have like male friends, right? And I noticed, and like we talked about it too, I've noticed like a lot of men just have like hard time crying or like expressing, you know, like if they're overwhelmed or stressed, like maybe they had like a bad day, and sometimes it's just like other guys would kind of see it as weak, even though like I feel like it's so cool, and like actually it's a sign of strength when a guy is like not afraid of like showing emotions and like be vulnerable. One of those things is, yeah, I see that as toxic masculinity. And when people say that like you shouldn't be you shouldn't like show if you're like upset or stressed out and you're like overwhelmed, maybe something's going on, or like mental issues, for example. Like you're almost like not allowed to fucking struggle with something if you're a guy. Like you have to fucking suck it up and be a man, and I don't know, like
Also
that
say,
too.
Weed Woman, before you get the chance to say anything, this is being live streamed right now, so anything you will say could be uploaded to online.
Yeah,
I'm
just
stoned.
right.
I don't know what's going
Fuck.
on.
I gotta get out of here, guys.
Okay,
Can I,
wait, where are you
Can I
streaming
let
though?
Paul
I never
speak for
knew
me?
you had like,
YouTube,
I think.
YouTube. I'll send you a
what's
link
up?
if you want it.
yeah, sure.
Yeah,
I
I think
Hell
Paul
yeah,
could
let's
speak. You know,
subscribe,
I
dude.
can't lie. Paul's been listening like to everything. I think
I
Paul
want to
has the
see
right to
myself
speak.
on a screen. But hold on.
What's up? What's going on? I'm just
I
Paul,
okay,
Yo,
so
why-
you wanna chime in on this?
only my camera's been streamed. Respect to anyone
Yeah.
else who joins, because like, you know, I just want to make sure that like if you join, people don't automatically see you and know your Discord name and such like that. I want to keep this as consensual as possible. So that's why
Alright.
like if you join the stream, you can hear you guys talk, but you can't see anyone's face but mine.
Okay, well,
What were you
I
saying,
just want to let the
Chat?
live stream know that Weed Woman here is the biggest, blackest bird, and we love you so much. And that's all.
Paul, I think you should chime in for me for this one. I think you listening. I'll talk
Yeah,
after, but
I mean,
you can.
Adinya,
Yeah.
I do
What-
100%.
What do you think about
what you're
pain?
saying. Like,
What do I think about pain?
Yeah.
That's a fucking.
think-
That's a very
Simple.
subjective question.
Well,
Because when you're a kid, right, you know when you get punched in the face and you cry, right? That happens a lot of times, and then you just,
but
you know, one
that's
day your pain tolerance grows bigger, and then you just stop crying. That's
What-
usually
what-
I
happens.
mean,
right, so-
that's also specifically talking about physical pain. Like,
Right, hold
physical
on,
pain isn't
right.
the only type of pain.
Right, sorry to interrupt you, Cyper, mate, but I've been called and asked this question. I want to see what.
Yeah,
So, what do you
okay.
mean? Just generally, what do you mean? Just generally, just answer the question. What I think about what is pain.
Yeah. Also,
Right,
men, should men show emotion
Right.
to the ones they love? That's another one as well. I want to get
Oh,
into.
fucking!
It's
If
very-
they,
Right,
if
okay,
they
we'll get
have
into
that
that in a minute.
emotion, yes.
Crazy.
Right, Cyper, we'll get that one into very shortly.
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
but
yeah,
I'll-
we'll do
let me-
two of them.
Right. What is pain? Right. To me, I think pain is simple. Right. A simple sentence. Pain is growth. Right. If you're talking about self improvement, that it is growth. But also when it comes to just general life, and say let's take your example, getting punched in the face. Right. You either take two ways about it. You either fucking not, you know, accept that fucking pain. You fucking maybe let's put two ways. Say the kid cries and gets fucking punched. Right. That pain he's gonna learn to grow out of, because he's gonna see that maybe it might have been the cause of what he said. You know what I mean? Maybe the kid said something and he got punched. That's going to be growth for him not to say that again. That pain he suffered in the past, that's going to be growth for him not to keep his mouth fucking shut up and not say something like that. But at the same time, pain, when it comes to pain... Right, he's getting me, and he had an Andrew Tate.
Sweet.
Hey, I had an Andrew Tate.
So now this stream is getting fucked, which I knew it would be.
No, don't worry, bro. Don't worry.
Yeah,
This stream will get
no.
best.
So
Trust me.
I actually I
Hold
have
on,
this
mate.
this poem which
Hold on.
I don't
Hold
want.
on.
Oh, go on. You say it.
So, like I said about the kid getting punched, right? Let's say if the kid takes it and he cries, right? That's a lesson for actual growth, right? Let's say that's an actual lesson for him, and maybe depending on what the kid said. Say if a kid said something other than that's why he got punched, right? That'll teach him not to shut the fuck up. But at the same time as well, pain can also just be a massive, just living through pain. Let's say in a different scenario. With me, for example, let me tell you a story, right? I was a person, I was a victim of domestic abuse from my own father, right? So I've had no father figure to look up to. And pain can be somewhat metaphorical in a sense, right? And that pain that I've dealt with through my father having to flee domestic violence and do stuff like that, I've learned to grow from that pain and flourish from that. Because obviously you've got this whole feeling of just suffering of that. It always neglects on you. Honestly, I joke and laugh about it now because I've gotten so used to it. I've grown from it. I've realized it's kind of a way to go. My father wasn't there for me. I've had to work with myself and I with a mum who is a very loving person. And when it comes to, I'll have something to say about your good men show affection to their loved ones. I'll get onto that in a bit when we get to that. But I think most aspects, pain is growth. Genuinely, I feel.
Yeah.
It should be a thing that you should look at and just not fall at the first hurdle of, and just not look at it as something very negative, because I think that's a lot more positives than negatives to it.
Yeah. Well, again, and Paul, I really want to read this poem now because I think it's extremely relevant. This is something I read when I lost a very important person to me. And it's heartbreak is the risk we take when we let our heart grow. Worry is the price we pay when we found something worthy of care. Desperation is a sign we have something important to protect. Loss is a reminder that once upon a time we have loved and we can do so again.
I hate black
And
niggas. Kill
that
yourself.
He's getting muted. There you go.
and-
That was the Tate fan we were talking about before, the red pill.
See, these
They
kids are
left
not
so
about it, bro.
quick, I couldn't mute
Yeah.
them. They
These
left.
kids are not with me, man. They don't practice any
I
of the
can't
stuff I
believe
talk
that,
about.
but
I would also add that
that poem I read was honestly saying.
Whopper, nigga.
Okay, I'm muting them. Well, this fucking live stream is definitely not getting.
It won't
fucking
get banned. It won't
monetized.
get
I
banned.
was just
trust me,
going to
it
add
won't.
But,
what Paul
Yeah,
Paul
You don't
said. You'd
monetize
rather
it,
get
don't
getting
worry
punched
the
in the
live stream.
face.
Yeah. I'm not sure if you heard, but that like I feel like it was like completely like relevant to what you were saying. If you guys didn't hear it, I'll read it again. But like it's 100% about turning these negative emotions into positive ones. It's heartbreak is something that happens when we let our heart grow. Like all these negative emotions are almost like like you have a positive outcome for. Like, again, if you're worrying about someone, it's because you care about them. It's just the inverse of these like good things happen to you. Desperation, again, if you get fucking desperate for something, you have something to protect. If you ever feel lost, it's you have loved, and it's a reminder. Like a lot of people don't see it this way, but if you feel lost, you can replicate that feeling again. I know it's such a hard thing for a lot of people to understand, but essentially it's like you will have these feelings again. Don't worry, you really got to keep your head up. And I don't know. I don't know if what I'm saying is lost all meaning at this point or not. I'll let one of you guys take over.
Okay.
Well, it just adds to the fact that
Right.
suffering can lead to character growth, which is
Yeah.
something very true in life.
And
I won't lie, man. I won't
Wait,
lie.
Josh, do you remember us like today, me and we both like this Russian guy, we were having this conversation and he brought up like you were talking about your ex. Can I say that? And
Go
it was
for it.
like, oh, like why would you fucking he was basically like he started saying that you cannot be friends with a girl, and that to me also was like so toxic. Like I wasn't really like in the mood to like argue and I didn't want to, but he also like brought up like how weird it is to like you cannot be friends with a girl. Like why if if she's like a good person and he can share
Okay.
things with her,
So one
she's
of my
basically still
genuine
not a
friends
friend
is
to
here,
the woman.
who I don't think I've told about this too, but you've probably Kev, you probably heard about like the Russian girl I was dating.
I heard you're dating a Russian girl. That's as far as I know.
We broke up recently, which is what Adinya's talking about. So Kotick, which is honestly I do really like Kotick. He was talking about like,
Yeah, but I'm
how
just
the
saying,
fuck
like,
can you
whatever
be
he
friends
was
with this
saying,
person,
like,
blah
the
blah
point
blah.
he was making about friends, like, men and women being unable to, like, be friends, that was, to me, like, I have, male friends and, like, guys as friends, and I wasn't gonna, like, go off on him, and it's just, like, I did not agree, but then, like, that also ties into, like, toxic masculinity, because they can see some guys, they can see women as, like, good people and, like, be I don't know, like recognize that they have like a personality and they're fun, but then just because you have a vagina and like if I'm not fucking you, like you cannot be anything else to me, like without like, and what does it mean? So like every guy that I'm friends with, how like are we not friends then? Like what are they to me, and like what am I to them? Like it's so like there's no
I mean,
logic.
that's the thing.
It's so like
this
weird.
fucking fucked thing where like in a lot of like, and this doesn't seem to like be like a national issue. This seems to be like an international thing where it's like guys and girls can't seem to like just be friends, and
Oh
that's,
yeah,
like,
he was trying to make it Russian. Like he was trying to make it like a Russian thing, which like I am
where it's like,
literally
oh,
Russian, and it's not a
this
Russian
is what
thing.
friend
Come on.
means in Russian, and so like friend in English
Yeah,
means
like
different. I'm
it's
like,
fucking the same.
I don't know, cause like I don't know,
Drug, yeah.
his whole thing about it was like, a friend would be this and that to me and blah 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 blah, and it's like, what if your friend can't be in a position to do that? Like, are they not able to have friends then? Like, that was like, and that's
Is he,
the major
talk-
thing
is
to
he
me.
talking about friends or significant other?
No, so this guy we were talking about is a Russian guy earlier, was like pretty much like, oh, a friend is someone who will come and pay your bail or bribe for you if you get in trouble with the law and blah 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 blah.
I think he's talking
And
about
for-
best friend, to be fair.
Yeah, well, but like, what if your best friend doesn't have enough money to pay for your bail? Like, literally cannot afford
You
it.
shouldn't have to. You shouldn't have to. I mean, you got yourself in that situation. You know what I mean? If he's doing it,
Exactly.
yeah, good gesture. But like, it's not his
Yeah.
concern though. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's my thought, and that was something you couldn't seem to accept. And it's like, okay, so this might be, I don't know, a bit personal, whatever. But all my IRL friends, I have a lot of them. I love them to bits. They're really fucking great. A lot of them, but emotionally dumb. And so when it comes to emotional things, they literally do not know how to help out. And that doesn't mean they're lesser friends. They just unexperienced with that. Like, it's like people have their own strengths and
Yeah, not
weaknesses.
emotionally intelligent. Like not emotionally
Yeah,
intelligent or
and
something.
I don't think that should define you as a good friend based on your like abilities as a person. And that was something I tried to talk to him where it's like, you know, if I consider you a friend, that's based on how I feel about you, not how you feel about me. If I really like you,
So
and you
most
hate
people
me,
make friends to kill time. Isn't that the purpose of friends, to kill time?
yeah, I mean, that is a good point. But like as I said, most of the people I consider a close friend, I think, yeah, everyone I consider a close friend usually considers me as a close friend, but that's not what it takes for me to consider you as a close friend. What
I think we've been desensitized by friendship as a whole, because what friendship really means is someone that you can spend time with and actually be silent together and just, you know, just chill. You know what I mean? You can just,
Yeah,
you know,
no,
do a casual thing
100%.
together, like
And
playing
it's like,
chess, and no one will argue. That's
I-
basically a friendship.
I do not define a friend by how much they could help me out. I define a friend
If a
by how
if a
much
friendship's
I
made by
want to
money,
help
it's not
them
really a
out.
friendship, bro. If you have to like use money for friendships, or like, you know, to like bribe a friendship to come to you, like, nah.
Yes, and
work the
that's
same way.
what's funny to me, because he brought up, that's like, money is the only thing he brought up when talking about friends.
100%.
Which made me
And
like
it's like,
question,
bro,
what the
can
fuck?
poor
Why are you
people
like making
not
about
have
money?
friends?
Just
Like, what the
listen,
fuck?
if
I don't understand.
if I can afford, like, if, for example, like, women also have fucking money, and like, if I have money and like I need to help a friend, I have no problem doing that, even if it's a guy. Like, what the fuck? Like, why does it matter? Like, if it's my friend
Hold up.
and I'm a woman, so I cannot fucking give them money because I'm a woman.
Hold up.
It's like a law or something.
I'm going to change the stream name from Toxic Masculinity Debate to Social Issue Debate, because I feel like that's what it's become.
But you do understand that like this entire like thing that's going on right now is like it's like men are under attack, and this is the truth, because I'm telling you something. The amount of times that we get harassed, the amount of time. No, this is true. You gotta let it breathe, because every time when there is something going on, or there is like a problem going on in the real life world with a man, and then like there's a woman, whether it be feud, whether it be relationship or something, it's always the guy's fault. Why? Because he has more power, obviously, so he should be more responsible. But what if he isn't the one causing the issues?
Wait, I don't think that's the case.
And then,
Yeah,
I don't think
the thing
again,
is,
I think
Come on
that
now.
could very obviously be subjective to your own personal issues. Like, it's not
no,
always
because
the man.
the
like,
problem is like what people don't understand is like, it's not always, you know, like, oh well, it's not always the men that are the victim, it's the women as well. But like, when we're talking about this entire like thing that's going on right now, you can't just sit there and tell me that like it's like, you know, unfair for us to be like, you know, not like it's not normal for men to get blamed and then act like, you know, act weak and stuff. They have to
Can I just
stand up
say
for themselves, you know.
so it's
no one
Same
ever
with
like
women.
said
Same with
that men
women.
are chronically wrong. I think you're talking about, okay, like, there always will be people who are close-minded and who see only one side. It doesn't mean that every woman thinks, like, I personally feel like you're just talking about one group of people, and then like you're saying everyone nowadays for some reason, which is not the case. Yes, some people tend to agree more with women, which is sometimes it is wrong because like sometimes a woman is wrong, sometimes the guy is wrong, and it's just about being fair. It's about being objective, and some people are just not objective, and it applies to a lot of things actually, like not only like relationships and men and women. It's just like some people tend to be subjective. They project their like ideas onto reality, and they like to see it their own way, which sometimes is not, the case in real life. So
But when you're doing good for yourself but when you're doing good for yourself in life, and you want to take people along with you, and they like
it's just
sabotage
about
that for
being
you, you
fair.
end up
It's
with
about
loads
being
of problems. Like, for example, you know that rapper PNG Rock? What happened on that day he went out? What happened on that day? He got exposed. Why? Because the person he was with, the person who was going out with him, posting everywhere, he got killed for that. Same thing happened with Takeoff. And here's the thing, these guys, they're literally Americans, right? They're like high value, realistically speaking. They got money and they died. Why? Because the people they let around were not good people. They literally just started doing all this stupid camera stuff, social media posting, for what? Just for views. And that's why they died, because people found what they are and they preyed on their weaknesses. That's why most men need to be like, more stand up for themselves, actually be more
Yeah, but I don't
self-aware.
think it has
If
to
you're not
do with like
self-aware,
women.
you end
Yeah,
up with
I
people
know.
getting hurt.
Okay,
Like the
so
woman in the gym that got attacked, right? She wasn't self-aware. That guy was trying to rape her, and it was literally on camera. Like, that woman didn't even know the guy, but I guarantee if she saw what, like, the look in his eyes and saw what he was about to do, she would have never opened the door for him. But she did it because, oh, it's nothing. It can't happen to me. It can happen to anybody, not just man, women.
yeah,
Now,
well,
the idea of
I mean,
toxic masculinity can be both for men and women as well, but the idea that it's like, it's like,
Oh no,
always gonna be
toxic
bad, and it's like,
femininity
supposed to
also
be
can
hated on. It's just
I
like,
no one is
it's not
saying that
fair.
it exists both ways. It goes both ways.
if I
Some
can have
people
a
are
chance
grown
to,
into that,
if I can have a chance to speak, I like, I understand what you're saying.
Go ahead, go
I
ahead.
think the hardest thing is, as much as I hate to admit it, men and women, and when it comes to, our issues, I don't think we'll ever fully be able to understand the issues one gender goes through compared to the rest. I think it's easy to make assumptions on who has it wrong or right, but I don't think it's possible to come to an accurate thing like that. And that's the thing. There's so much fucking times I've heard being a man's harder because you hear about this fucking girl who transitioned to a guy and then killed herself. It's like, yeah, but like there are similar stories of guys who've transitioned to girls and done that stuff, but we just don't hear about it as much. Like each gender comes with their own fucking problems. And each gender kind of like forgets about the other one's problems. Like, again, we have, like, men have this fucking expectation to be big and tough and support and stuff, which is, as we move forward in society, that gender role is breaking down. But the same thing with with girls, that they have this expectation, you have to be submissive, be a housewife and all that. And I get in the media tends to hang towards more the girls' progression than it does the men's, but it's like in reality, both sides are putting so much fucking pressure, dude. And it's like you can't really say which one has it harder. It's again, for your own gender, it's easy to say the other one has it harder, or you have it harder, depending on whatever your bias is. But I think when
If
it comes to taking shit, everyone's fucking equal. Sorry, Kev, you go.
I was going to add, because the thing is, like on the point you said, like you've got men have to be big, tough, and strong.
No,
Which
they
fair
don't have
enough.
to be. They just have to be smart with it, because if you appear like that, they're gonna label you toxic masculine, and you're not gonna get
You've
trusted.
had plenty of time to
That's
talk.
just the reality.
Kev hasn't really said anything. Let's let him. He's got the talking stick for now.
Afterwards, Paul can speak, because Paul, he's been waiting along, and I can't lie, he's been messaging.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough.
But let
But
him
Kev literally hasn't said a single thing.
Alright, go ahead.
But yeah, I agree as well. You have to be smart as well. As well as a lot of people, it goes into the whole society. You have to be big and tough and strong, but more people to change. But it's also the fact that I think men also have a lot of things that you said. You have to be big and strong because you have to be able to be independent to yourself. You do need to be strong for that, because the moment is, I think where more women have a bit more help with that. It's more or less as more people want more help, more giving you a more helping hand. So more pushing on the more push, you have to be be able, at the very least, it doesn't matter if it even just simple something as a 9 to 5. You've got to be able to get through life and actually work and make sure. Because half the time, yes, hopefully you do have a family that's there that's able to give you that help. But there is still a lot of people out there that don't have that. You're going to have to be able to fight. You're going to have to be able to struggle through life. And I'm afraid if you are weak, you're not going to do it. You need the strength to do it.
Yeah, but that was kind of like, I don't know, the difference between strong and weak is so fucking blurred. Like, honestly, in today's society, what is strength? I'm asking any of you guys who wants to answer first. You have the floor here. What do you reckon strength is?
We're talking. We're talking about how modernity and masculinity both go hand in hand in certain ways in the current day society. That's basically what this conversation is about. You want to join us?
I mean,
Alright then.
That's the thing about masculinity, but is it shouldn't determine what society is. And I think that's like an important thing. It's like, Axbury, I want you to know before you say anything, this is being live streamed right now onto YouTube.
Hey!
We're talking about toxic masculinity and other social issues.
Fair point.
Yeah,
What?
okay. So, okay, well,
Yeah,
they get to be muted. I tried
Yeah,
to do
knock
them.
knock. Who gets muted?
Illegal,
Man?
you're being live streamed right now, blah, 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 all that jazz. That's the thing, it's like, strength, like, I don't know, strength is such a misconstrued meaning nowadays. Not even misconstrued, everyone just has their own subjective view on what strength is, be it like physical or mental or whatever. You know, like what one man calls being strong, other people call weak, sorry. So it's like, you know, for me, like, perfect example is like, if someone's being disrespectful or harsh to me, I genuinely do not care. And personally, I say the thing of strength, where it's like, you know, whatever this person says, it won't affect me. Well, other men have called me weak because I haven't stood up for myself. And it's like, no, you need to tell that person that they're wrong, and that's what strength is. So it's like, you know, it's this fucking weird thing throughout society where it's like no one can come to common ground what strength is. Is it attacking the oppressors or ignoring the oppressors? Like, what is strength?
Your mindset is just like a stoic mindset, bro.
What was that?
It personally depends upon you. How do you think? Not on the person based. You are basing the judges on.
To be honest, I don't understand a word for that.
I meant to say, the mindset you have is just a stoic mindset. The Greek philosopher. You know him?
Oh, you're talking about
He just tells
stoicism.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But someone else just tells you that you have to go and tell him not to. You have to go and tell him. You have to approach to him. That's just crap. That's just bullshit. You have to listen to your own words.
Yeah, I think
I think
that's the main thing I've preached is like, you've got to find the meaning of strength and other such stuff yourself. Like, you can't. Again, this is the whole thing with toxic masculinity is you can't, like, you can be whoever the fuck you want to be. Toxic masculinity comes when you're being what other people told you have to be as a male. Like, I don't know. I don't really have much more to say than that. That's just kind of it. It's like, if you're trying to conform to something you're not, that's when it becomes toxic. Not just you, but the people around you. I don't know. I highly value authenticity in people.
I can see where you're going with it, you know, but I think wait, Paul.
Yeah, hello.
You got anything to add about the stuff that we talked about earlier? You know, about you know, like fear, like how like it could kind of draw some things back, which could probably potentially be why people don't take the first moves. Because usually
you said fear of the unknown is the thing in the human body, or just
It's the
human,
fear of the unknown is the
unknown
biggest
is the main
fear in the
thing.
human body. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the biggest, man. And I feel like that's what
We have-
stops people
yeah.
from reaching their potential.
Because it's will it go well? You know, they start thinking, overthink it. They think of every outcome possible, what's kind of effect it's going to have about family and stuff, all that, and then
I
they just
know.
worry. They just stay in the exact same position they're in.
And then, like, what does that cause? Stress.
Yeah,
Stress, bro.
causes stress. Yeah, exactly.
And then stress is a byproduct of life not fitting your pictures. And I feel like that's why certain guys, when they go on this journey, they think that, you know, it's probably not going to go their way. And it isn't, because, you know, you have to get over uncertainty in life. And that's how you actually start doing stuff, because you know, you can't just expect everything to go your way. It won't. And I think that separates me from a lot of the people that now have hopped off this Andrew wave because he's in prison or jail, wherever he is. It's because I kept on doing the things I did, and I'm still going. Because I know that I can't like, you know, stop uncertainty. All I can do now is have faith and don't blame myself if I make a mistake. Those are the three main things you need to remember if you want to progress.
And this is like,
And then helping others as well along the way can help you out even more, because it's not just you doing it, it's about the entire community you surround yourself with. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Rome wasn't built in one day,
That's
man.
good advice. And more if you're surrounding yourself with the same make or more successful, then you're more chance to attract it as well. Though I will add, actually, Chastita. Sorry, I don't know the names. Chasta. I'd say fair enough, but I'd also like on the people like the whole ones that jumped on the Andrew Tate bandwagon and all that. All the same message, they always bit consistent, saying you keep at it. But I think a lot of them didn't realise it's still about some of them a minimum of 5 years if you want to make that transformation, for like, especially for businesses where you can actually gain to a much higher stand of luxury and all that. I think a lot of them, because especially I think that's more today value of the more newer generations, is the fact that with phones and all that, with Google, we get anything instantly, and as a result they don't have the patience to actually sit and grind everything out, because they don't have that. And as soon as they go, like after even just a few months of just realizing, oh, nothing's changed, they then drop it. They don't realize you got, you know, plan. You're not going to realize it's got to take years to just sit and do it.
I'm just gonna say, whatever you guys have been saying has been fucking great. Looking at the analytics now, fucking constant amount of viewers and stuff. I think a lot of people have been listening to this. Hope you viewers and stuff have been learning something from this. I think it's really important to get different people's opinions and stuff on this, and it's like I really don't want.
I will say,
I don't want people to hear my opinion and take that as gospel. I think it's really important to get multiple different views on a certain situation and then form your own opinion based on that.
I will say this. You know what? Can I just comment real quick, because he's obviously been here and obviously we've been chatting and that.
Yeah,
I do want. I think we honestly, right? I think because obviously what Tate's reputation is to let's be real, to the public and just society in general. I do want to say, right, to like someone who is part of the whole like university course, I want to give a big up to Chasta, bro, because people get off the wrong foot with the type of person, like the situation he's in right from the get go. But he's fully aware about the people that are making his whole goal like toxic, and he doesn't agree with it. He's a sensible person. He knows what he wants in life, and I think we fucking give him a round of applause, because fair play to him. He's fucking. He knows a lot. You know what I mean? And yeah, end of the day, right? No matter what way we put it, right? Because Cyper, you're fucking bang on. You're very on track yourself. You know what you want. I've fucking seen the channel, bro. I've seen it. You just do whatever you want to. And
he fucking works out, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And then with you, Chasta, you obviously you're fucking dropship, and yeah, I mean, I wouldn't fucking spend grands on Hostel University, mate. But you know what? That's your choice. I'm not you, but your business. You're doing well for yourself by the sound of it. You know what you want. You're very like, let's be real, fucking 18, bro, and he's probably more well spoken than people in the 20s, man. Fair play.
The thing is though, like when you have like this you know thought of like, you know, this business stuff, like what you just said right there, like 1,000 in the no. Like it's just like I take the money I spend the earned money, and I don't spend the unearned money. I usually would save it, or I put it somewhere, or maybe invest it. It's like a three-way thing.
Mm.
But I think maybe like if we can try and help and like put like past the ego and the ideologies and everything and just talk like normal fucking people, then
Yeah.
there wouldn't be so much misconception about ideology, masculinity.
Exactly.
Because realistically, masculinity is just basically being a more mature man. That's at the end of the
Yeah,
day.
they're going,
We
yeah.
could go on and
Yeah,
talk
yeah,
about
yeah.
semen retention and spirituality and all this stuff. That's entirely different for a masculine trait. You know what I mean? That's like more disciplined stuff, which I ain't gonna get to because I'll be fucking 3 hours long. We ain't even gonna go there.
I don't know how to pronounce it. The person that just joined, I just want you to be aware this is being live streamed right now. So anything you could say will be online. But yeah, no, I appreciate it. Then I don't know. That's the main thing. Is like I always appreciate in a human is authenticity. Like I really
Yeah.
just want people to be true to themselves because like I've been to the point where like you aren't and you have to try and impress people and you're just fucking miserable. And like gets to the point where it's like fucking. Again, this isn't like I. I don't know. I feel like I'm being misconstrued here, where it's like I don't think self-improvement is trying to put on a fake persona. I think self-improvement is important as long as it's genuine to who you are.
I believe you. I believe that.
Is it wrong if you go on self-improvement? Say they are then starting to put on a persona, but what if it's the fact that they'd much rather be their actual personality, be the persona, and they're trying to adopt that as their personality? Is it then wrong that they're trying to be something that they're not, so that it then become that?
Yeah, sorry to interrupt real quick. Listen, I'm gonna have to get off. Chester, listen, I've sent you a DM, mate, with a Google form. If you want to fill it in, just let me know. It's for my 5. You know my plan B I was talking about?
Yeah, I
Did
remember.
you agree with that? Yeah.
I'll
Listen,
be sure to write something there.
yeah, just follow it. It's as simple as that. If any of you
Alright.
want to fill in the questionnaire while I'm gone, listen, I've got to shoot off.
No, you're all good.
Cyper, right. Cyper, do you want me to send you the questionnaire? It's just simple questions. I just need it for data
Yeah, I
collection.
don't mind. Thank you.
Yeah,
I'll make sure I
okay,
take a look at it.
If I have some time, I'll have a look and stuff to go through.
Yeah, right, no worries. Right, thanks, boys. Right, see you in a bit.
That's right. Have a
See
good
you.
night,
Alright, Chester, nice seeing you. Alright.
Alright,
Alright, I'll see you in a bit.
appreciate it.
Yeah,
Alright.
appreciate it. Much love in a bit.
Alright. Okay, so he's gone. Let me see what time it is. 4:21. I might go at 4:30. But what I want to say is like realistically, I think this conversation was good today. I kind of understood like everything and what Madman Kev said, what you said, Cypher, and what the female said, and the other guys in the call. What's your names again? I think Epic and Beggar said something as well. I appreciate it, but I think it's just down to like who you spend the time learning like with. You know what I mean? Like if you're learning from like people that know what they're talking about, like you'll end up like extracting things from them and just applying it. Just like a teacher would teach a student. You know what I mean? But in some way, like it doesn't mean that you have to do it. I mean, if you want to improve, then it's called self-improvement for a reason. But do it because you want to do it, not because you got forced to. It could be anything: reading books to increase your knowledge, working out to make your body look, good for confidence. It could be like making a business. It could be anything really. Self-improvement is all about improving whatever traits that you want to adapt to like this modern world, so you can actually get better value. Basically, how I see it. So
I would
to be honest, like if I'm gonna add something to that, this modern world is also like a fucking subjective thing.
Subjective,
Jesus
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
Christ. Yeah.
It happens
So,
to the best of us, bro.
It's like again, this is what I was trying to say that you open my eyes up to is like comparing which country you're in. People don't have the same standards depending on when they're born and stuff like that. So like this modern world we use as like a broad kind of thing that isn't relevant to everyone. Like so I don't know. Fuck. I am quite drunk.
Cypher, do you work out?
Not as much as I should. I do occasionally. I did like 30 or so
Okay.
push-ups
Do you
there.
read? Okay.
Yeah, I do. Again, not as much as I should, but I do. I've been reading this really good book lately called Atomic Habits. If any of you guys
All right,
are
and
interested.
Okay, so okay, that's a good one.
Yeah, I have
How
been
many
reading
pages
that
do you
too.
normally read of your thing, man? How many pages do you
Atomic
normally read?
Habits.
About 20 a day, because that's pretty much as much as the book suggested.
All right. What else do you like to do? Do you like to do like any hobbies? I think you have like
Is this
music
a
going
therapy
on.
session? What
No,
the
no, no, no. I'm
fuck?
just trying to get to the
No,
point. Hold on, wait,
okay.
wait.
G9, this has been live streamed right now, by the way, this whole
Yeah.
conversation. But I don't really know. I spent a lot of time working lately. I mean, a lot of hours. I
Okay.
read, work out. Like, I've started getting back into video games again lately, which was something I doing. Also, illegal. I appreciate your support, homie. Like, fucking all kinds of shit. I DJ somewhat. Like, I don't really know. Asking for like hobbies is like hard to pinpoint because I do a lot of fucking shit. It's
Okay.
my
So,
hobby's never consistent.
okay. So, but it sounds like to me that you're doing two things that are considered by a lot of people in this you know what I'm talking about in that community as very, very good self-improvement stuff. You know what I mean? You're reading, you're getting exercise in. As long as you don't force yourself to do every single thing, like, like daily, when you don't have that discipline or drive, you just do the baby steps, like how you want to, like how we talked about, just doing what you want to do, then it's okay. No one's gonna say anything. As long as you do that, like those small steps, and then like try and grind. That's all it's about, really. Because eventually you'll start realizing more things will happen, and then you'll start like getting like more reps in, and you start putting more practice in, and then it will just happen over time. Your brain will like pick it up like consciously. You know what myelin is, right?
Wait, hold up.
Hold on, I need to get to this.
Yeah, I'll
No,
get
no,
to that
because
for
I
a
need to
second.
tell you this.
I just want to make sure so we've got a few
Oh, okay,
viewers
okay.
watching that I'm not claiming to be a genius or anything about this stuff. I'm not claiming to like be a king of it and know what to do. Like the reason why this thing is called social issue debate is because it's me forming an opinion based on what others say and what I already believe. I don't want this. I don't want to sound like I know what is 100% right for you guys. Anyway, go on, Chester.
Okay, so I'm gonna just say like you're doing certain things that are like involved with self-improvement, but do you know what myelin is? Just as a question, do you know what it is? Okay, so myelin is it's a thing in the brain that allows the brain to do certain actions and movements and actually pick that up every time it does it. It gets better and it picks up more faster and faster. So for example, let's say if you want to learn how to play golf, you wouldn't know how to do it. You got like 10 different steps to play golf, but each time you practice at it, your brain like picks up like the muscle memory, what to do, and it learns quickly. That's what myelin is, right? Einstein had the most myelin in history because they checked his brain and they saw that he had massive amounts of myelin. So realistically speaking, if you just practice like the things like little by little every day, you increase your myelin even more.
You are being live streamed right now.
Yeah, myelin is basically increasing the reps. Like remember when we talked about reps, right?
Yeah, yeah.
The things that you do daily, they just add up and add up and add up, and then before you know it, you'll actually see gains. Either in knowledge, even in your physique.
You are being live streamed.
You know what I mean?
You have the chance to say anything.
It's those little things you like, you look into that actually make more sense about the entire progress. You know what I mean?
Oh, bro, notice me.
Because your subconscious doesn't pick it up easily. Like only when
What are you
it
saying?
sees the six
Oh, I
pack, it
can't
actually like
understand it.
believes it.
Yeah,
What the fuck are you
100%
saying,
Shadows,
bro?
you are being live streamed, by the way.
Yeah.
Like
I'm
people
being
when they go
live
gym, right?
streamed. On what?
When they
On
practice
what?
a certain
Where?
movement.
YouTube.
Hold on, my brother. Wait. Talking,
YouTube.
brother.
Tell me the channel name. I wanna know the channel name.
Check the fucking chat for call through.
Okay.
All right. Can I continue?
Yeah, go
I'm kind
on
of getting
for it.
interrupted left and right. It's kind of putting me off a little bit.
Yeah,
Just,
no,
yeah. If you want to talk, just wait. You know what I mean? But what I was saying is like
Yo,
myelin
bro.
is
Are you
basically
gonna
prominent in
gonna
like
post this
weight
live stream?
working or
Yo,
like
listen.
exercising, right?
Are you
Me,
gonna
the
post
guy.
this
Hold
live?
up.
Are you gonna?
This guy.
Yeah. So what you're doing is essentially, like what everyone else could be doing is legit learning and like applying the stuff each time and getting better at it. And it's like when you go to gym and you start, doing, like cardio and you're just working out your core, eventually your subconscious will actually pick up that you have a six pack and you'll just be like, wow, it came about. Now, if you had that same type of like myelin to like anything else, and if you actually just try to practice that, you would actually get better in every single field. It just takes more mental endurance to go through these things to actually see them accomplished. Does that make sense now?
Yeah, no, I
That's why
100%
people say nothing's impossible, because nothing really is impossible. You just gotta do the reps over and over again, just like you do in a gym, just like what you do, like your curls and your chest flies and whatever. It's the same with like, we can apply it to reading, we can apply it to business. The more times you fail, the more times you push harder. It increases your myelin in your brain and makes you learn quickly and faster. But any mistakes you might have, that's why I said forget about blame, because blame is gonna obviously hurt you and make you feel less confident. But when really it's all about just having faith in the next time and the next time and the next time. So that way you get better. Basically, really easy to like understand, because once you start like going into this stuff, I mean, there's like a whole like little like book about it. I don't know if I can send it to you. It's like related to Einstein, but if you want to see it, then it's pretty good, to be honest. But what you're doing essentially is slowly molding into that person I was talking about earlier. But it's up to you if you want to be like that, and if you don't, it's entirely up to you. But I'm just saying, I'm noticing little signs within you, like in your character.
Yeah,
Like you're well spoken, you're honest, you're not afraid to speak your mind. That those are clear signs and indications. I feel like society prints this as bad when really it's good for men like you and me to talk like this, especially in public in a call with random strangers.
Any viewer watching this, I really don't want to say, just you got to be honest with yourself.
That's strength, man.
You can't have progression in yourself until you do it. It's the same thing. It's like if you have flaws, like flaws that are negatively affecting your life, you cannot move on from them until you accept the fact that they are flaws.
Exactly. Get rid of blame.
Like
blame is literally just by your brain.
Like, yeah, sure, there are times where it seems things are out of your control, but I've learned, my life hasn't been easy. I've been put in a really good position because of the stuff I've done, and then all of a sudden, which, I don't want to go into my personal life lately, I've worked hard for this place where I am, and all that shit's been taken away. And you know what? I haven't fucking given up on that. My job in my house, I have to fucking leave very soon. And to a lot of people, that could be crushing. But you gotta realize, worrying about this stuff is fucking useless. You just gotta plan. And it's like, this is like a thing I feel with guilt, right? I kind of feel like guilt is useless emotion. And a lot of people contradict me, oh, guilt creates hindsight. You can have hindsight without guilt. Guilt just kind of drags you down, puts you in this fucking shell. If you've done something that's fucked up you or other people, all you can do to better yourself as a person is learn your mistakes as quickly as possible and move on from that and try and better yourself from that. I'm not a fucking successful person at all, but I fucking try, and that's how I get through life. I don't know if this is extremely relevant to what you were saying, Chester, but to any viewer here.
No, it is.
The only reason you feel like you can't progress is because you lack the open-mindedness to realize your opportunities. And I've seen this in all walks of life. It doesn't matter what country you're from or whatever, there are chances. It might be hard to realize, and you gotta think smart, but you can always escape what you're in. Any fantasy you have can become a reality. You just gotta believe in yourself and know the way to work towards that. And that's something this past year has really fucking taught me is you can work to whatever future you want. You just gotta know how to do it. And I'm sorry I can't help you with telling you how to do it, but I promise you there is a way.
Congratulations. You have just reached the stage of masculinity.
a non-toxic masculinity.
Would that be? Yeah, I'll accept that. That's a good contradictory. I can't lie. That's a good one.
I mean, it's not even about masculinity; it's femininity too. Like, you know, girls.
No, 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 no.
listen
Well,
to
you know,
this.
you was talking about strength before, right? What you just did is strength. This is what
Yeah, but
strength is
fucking
bravery.
that
You know what I
kind
mean?
of strength isn't gender specific. I guess I know
Nah,
with girls.
strength comes within, bro. It's like instinct, you know? It's instinct.
You just fucking, again, you gotta know what opportunities there are, and as hard as it might be to fucking realize the strengths, you gotta do it. Like everything you want has got to be up to you. And this whole
See, look what you
plus,
did. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Stop. Sorry, I had to stop you there. You know what you just said just there? You literally went live right today. Why?
yeah,
To talk about this, yeah?
yeah.
Wouldn't you say that is bravery and you just did it? That's a sign of mass. You see, even you don't even realize it.
To
Like
all the guys
I'm
that just
witnessing
joined,
you. You
this is live right now, by the way. You like if you
you are
talk,
showing
your
your
voice will
showing
be brought on
masculine
mute.
colors, man. I like that. That's what it's about, man.
Yeah,
You know.
well, I mean, again, that's what I was saying about toxic masculinity. Like at the start of
And
the
I know
call,
no one here would
is
have gone live in a Discord. You did it though. That's bravery. And
yeah,
I got to commend you for that. You know what I mean?
yeah. Well,
No matter how
again,
much money you have, yeah, it's about bravery.
that's what I try to say is like bravery comes from yourself. If you want fucking, I don't know. I think this is gonna say because like I'm not gonna get into it. Actually, I probably shouldn't. But
No, no, no. You're more brave than most people think, man. Like, who's
yeah.
gonna do and talk about their like whole thing like you just said? I ain't gonna mention it, but you add out so much and no one disrespected you. Why? Because they literally saw how you brave. You were speaking about it. You didn't cry. You didn't moan. You didn't do any of that stuff. You just said it how it was, like a man. Now that is what I'm talking about. That's what I like to see. Not this like all hatred stuff. What you just did, yeah, is just a sign of what like Andrew was trying to tell. You ain't like all these other
Yeah,
kids, man. You know
dude.
what I mean? That's what it is.
Yeah.
You get violated.
To everyone that just joined, you are currently being live streamed.
No, no worries.
And these guys as well, like these guys, they're listening and everything. You know, they
Yeah,
presented
touch me.
like that type of stuff as well.
Touch me.
Yeah, I think that's the thing.
Touch
Is,
me.
like I've had friends who have
Touch
had
me.
so many problems.
Touch me. Touch me.
I'm muting this guy.
Touch.
I think I muted the wrong guy actually, to be honest. But like, yeah, everything you want to achieve is going to come from yourself. It is possible. You just got to know the right way to go about it, and that comes from passion and conviction. And I know it can be confusing to how to do it, but you really got to fucking learn the ways. Like, I don't know, but again, anyone born in this world can be anything they want to be. They just got to be smart. A mixture between smart and hardworking towards that. And to be honest, that's part of the reason why I live stream tonight is because, like, you know, I want to get fucking monetized on YouTube. I can't do that by sitting on my fucking ass. Like, I gotta take action.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
I changed him. This is what I like to see. This man is now realizing he has to do the hard work, especially
Yeah,
when you
yeah,
feel like
dude.
it.
Yeah.
Anything you want has got to fucking come with hard work.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey,
Let
dude.
him cook, man. Let him cook, bro.
Hey, man.
Yo, illegal. Is that you?
You make my booty hole tingle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't know where this guy came from, man.
Nah, but
Whoa.
It's alright though.
Slow down.
This thing.
Make the space between my toes special.
I'm too fast. What the fuck?
How does this come into the debate, into the conversation?
Oh, you missed everything, my friend.
Yeah, I mean, look, you can watch my fucking live stream right now to catch yourself up
Yes,
on it. The problem is, and you guys want to see your life, like if you're not completing your goals, and as much as I hate to say it, that's kind of on you. You gotta work hard and smart. Like another thing as well is you gotta fucking figure out what you actually want to do, which is like a big problem for people in life. Is I've met fucking 50-year-olds and 6-year-olds that still don't know what they actually want to do with life, and it's a fucking hard choice to make.
Yeah, I don't have any luck going live, Like,
Yeah, well,
it's
okay,
for like,
if it makes you feel any
it's,
better, you're live right now.
yeah, I know. You said it in the beginning. But I streamed like, I don't know, 400 hours and I have an average viewer from 0.5. So, yeah.
Wait, really? Oh, that's crazy.
Yes. Yeah, I'm playing rhythm games, so it's not the best community, if you know what I mean. But I try my best, I guess.
Yeah, well, I mean, again, that's like the
You guys need
hardest-
plans, man. You see what you just said. You just need a plan, man. That's all you just need, really.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
that's the
again,
problem,
the fact that like, trying to look at this for a second, I've got 7 viewers watching this right now. Like, looking at the fucking analytics, let me refresh this. Like,
I think you should do
'cause
this more often. To be fair, that's
I-
how much you're averaging. That's mad.
yeah, I am like,
You're getting
this
triple
fucking
your
stream's
metrics
awesome.
right now.
Everyone watching this, I fucking love you guys, and I really, really do hope that this has been able to teach you guys a thing or two. Like, because again, that's like my whole thing is social issue and stuff. It's all got to come from yourself. You can't pretend to be someone you're not.
What's the first thing?
People like, I don't know, this is weird thing. So like, there was this guy right in high school. I hated him. Like, he was in the same friend group as all my friends. All my friends at some point disliked him, but never to the point I did. And that was because he just tried way too hard to fit in. Graduation, 2 years after I graduated high school, I met up with him again. And he's an adult now. He acted exactly the way I perceived him, which was a total fucking loser. And I'm not gonna lie about that. But just simply the fact he was a loser, he was a dweeb. The fact that he wasn't trying to act cool made me respect him. He learnt that, these negative traits and stuff are all part of himself. And they're not like hateable traits. Again, they're kind of dweeby or whatever. But he learnt to realize that's part of himself. And ever since that point, I've enjoyed hanging out with him when he's trying not to be something that he's not. I think that's saying, I don't know, a lot of people, a lot of humans, without accepting it, don't realize how much authenticity matters to them.
That's right.
I don't know. I am very fucking drunk, so I don't know if it's making any sense. But like, you gotta be true to
Nah,
yourself.
it's making a little sense. It's a very easy thing to.
Yeah, it's like you try to act.
Just stick with me, bro. You'll be fine, man. Don't worry. Just stick with me.
I mean, I try my best. As I said, I already have lots of confidence in who I am and such.
Hello.
Hey, just want to
We
let you know you're
will.
being you're being live streamed right now, by the way. So, just anything you say and stuff could be on the internet.
Damn.
Yeah, there is
Scary
about
purple dinosaur.
8 strangers
I'm
watching
terrified.
Hello,
Eight strangers.
stranger.
Oh yeah, I just remembered.
Yeah, I will end this soon. We're talking about a lot of social issues and just pretty much how to be the best person you can be. If you want to add to that.
All right,
What
can
is
I add
it?
something to it?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. This might be my own thing, but I can't even lie. I'll just do it. I don't even care. Get a whiteboard. That's all you need, really. A whiteboard. Bro, you know what? Get a whiteboard. Actually, just get a whiteboard. Get like a whiteboard, a long one, with like a 2-sided plate, so that way you can just write stuff and then just like plan out your day, so you can be organized. That's how you just basically keep consistent. Easy.
I think I'm gonna have to have one more smoke and then we're gonna have to end this, but just because of I'm feeling fucked. But
Yeah, and I can't lie. I think I'm 14 minutes late, so
Well, you can't leave me now,
it's big.
bro. Just one more
Oh,
fucking smoke. But
you want me with you?
yeah, well, you're fucking been the main one contributing. All these other people that have joined aren't saying shit.
I think it's because I've done shit and I actually can back up my talk though. That's the thing. Like
I think that's a
I don't know about them, but like I mean,
similarity
they're probably being
between you and
disrespect.
me
They're probably being
is-
respectful though. I don't know. We haven't asked them
Yeah,
yet.
you
You guys
how-
want to chime in? Like
Chester, how old are you?
18.
It really does seem like you've lived a full life already from the shit you've been saying.
Hell no, bro. Like 4-0. Let me see. 4-0. Done my dropshipping shit. I'm gonna get graduated from my SDR, so I'm making about like maybe extra 5k 10k commission just by closing deals. You know what I mean?
Again, I think
We got my YT stuff
this
going
is
good.
another thing when it comes to toxic masculinity is like
No, it's about having goals and stuff in mind,
yeah,
man.
oh yeah,
And helping your
100%.
family.
I like the viewers and stuff watching. I don't want to give you the impression that to be a successful male you have to make lots of money. I think
Oh no.
because what I want you guys
Your mental
to
bank needs to be higher than your financial bank in order to make money. If you have like a shitty mental state and you have so much money, you'll go bankrupt easy.
no, honestly, exactly.
So I agree with you with that.
Yo, what up,
He's
dude?
right with that one.
This is being live streamed right now, so anything you say will be added to online. I just gotta say that.
All right.
To anyone joining. Yeah, no. So I do agree with that, but to be honest, like you do, if your financial health affects your mental health, then there's nothing much more I can do. But you really got to make sure your mental health can be stable. I think that's something I've learned throughout my life is just like how to make my mental health good without my financial health being good. Like these, like I don't know. To me, financial health has never really been a part. They're fucking you muted. I also realized what I was saying is untrue. There have been like, okay, so the last half of 2019 to the first
Oh, who
half
is that?
of
Who's saying that music?
2020, I was incredibly suicidal. And that was all because I depended myself on one person, which wasn't even a romantic partner, they were just a friend. And I realized after that where it's like, I can't rely on anyone but myself. That's it, really. You've really got to learn how to make your own self happy. I really like.
Hello there.
Fugas, I just gotta remind you, this is being live streamed right now. I don't want to record anything you say without your consent to it being on the internet.
Oh, okay.
You know what I done?
It's the guy who went top.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
The level
Yo,
looks insane.
I can't even lie to you, bro. Realistically speaking, I don't know who's in this call right now, but like I'm looking at my thing. I see like about maybe like 8 people in there. I don't know you guys personally, but realistically speaking, if you have nothing going on, you should have like a plan though, right? Like we can all agree with that. Like a plan is everything, right? Without a plan, what the fuck are you gonna be? Limbo, yeah?
Yeah, again, but
So-
like, okay, so what your plan is depends on the people. Like,
if you reveal the plan, then it's not really gonna be accurate at all. You know?
yeah, again, I think that's the thing. Well, the thing with guys, it's like my future plan won't align with yours. And I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
with gender roles, it's very hard to not see it that way. Like, your plan is your own.
But I'm talking
What
about
you
like
want,
currently,
want.
right now.
Yeah, okay, so Star, what is your goal for your life? Like, what would take it for you to die happy?
Me?
Yeah, which again, this
what
isn't
would
a
it-
concrete thing and could change throughout your life. But right now, what do you think would make you die happy?
I'm not even gonna lie to you. I want like 10 kids, realistically, like this is not even a joke. I want like 10 kids, warriors, each all
Gabe,
like
I
like
love
with
ya.
skills from me,
Everything we're saying
and
is
like
live
all
streamed
of them
right
making their own businesses. Like I want that. If I know that, then yeah. Because when I'm gone, yeah, what I'm gonna do with all the money? I can't take it to heaven or anywhere. So it's gonna have to be inherited, or someone has to get a will. You know. So I'm thinking, just give it to my kid. Just make all that money and help them.
You
And help the
have
generation down.
You have that legacy mindset.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah,
Which
half
again,
half. You know what I mean? I get it from my
fucking-
dad.
Yeah, no, it's fair enough. The legacy mindset is not a bad mindset at all. What I hate is when the people with the legacy mindset try and enforce
Get
that on other
selfish.
people.
That's just nasty though. I can't lie. I used to be like that. I won't lie, but I realized like like my best friends, they're not gonna be like this. You know, and I had arguments with them about it, so I didn't
100%
push it
right.
on them. You know what I mean?
It's like, you know, because I've
It's a
dealt
bit
with people
selfish.
online
That's
who are
where
like,
it
you
gets
have
bad.
to-
Selfishness.
You have to do that, this and that, because like I've literally had the talk. By the way, K2, you are being live streamed right now. Oh, they left already. K2, you are being live streamed, so anything you say will be uploaded to online. The legacy mindset, I don't think is inherently a bad thing. If that's what you want, go for it. But I don't really care about leaving behind a legacy. I've had a lot of people say, "Oh, you have to have kids, blah blah blah, because that's the only way you can leave a legacy." And it's like, I don't fucking care. But if that's what you want, I'm not gonna fucking bash that. Like, you know, everyone has their own things of what the purpose is in life and stuff like that.
Trust me, if I have 10 kids, they're gonna be rebels, man. They're gonna be doing some crazy stuff. Like, even if one of them turns out like different from the others, what can I do? Just hope they all like have something good. Shit, I don't even know.
Yeah, I guess that's your job as a parent. And again, this is
No, but for real though, yeah. But don't get it twisted. That's half from a mindset. But the rest of it is like, you know, my focus on me. You know what I mean?
If I don't know, if I
There'll always be stuff to be done, you know.
I just want them to be happy, and I'm gonna set them up with the best way for them to be happy. Like, you know, if that includes fucking conforming to gender roles, and so be it. I wish that wouldn't, but like, yeah, I don't know. I'm really fucking.
Oh yeah, if they're female, equality. Don't worry about it.
Like, also, shout out to these people who have.
Nice for checkpoints. I think it's a new record.
Shout out to the people that have supported me and stuff through this call. Like, there have been people who have said I'm doing the right thing by it. I love you guys so much.
Appreciate it.
Call of Duty. Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
I might be able to do this more often. I don't know. I'm really fucked up right now. But
Get on a treadmill.
The people watching this fucking stream, and also to the people listening to this call, hope this has meant something to you guys, either from me or what Chester has said or anyone else has said. I really do hope you guys learn and that's worked out for the better for you guys. I'm drunk as fuck. I'm out of my ciggy and out of my drink. I think I probably should leave. But again, I don't want people to say, "Oh, take what I say as gospel." I think you guys should form your own opinions. I think that's a really good thing about the stream, is having different opinions and such of that to help form your own. I don't want that to fall under confirmation bias or anything. Like, I really want you guys to take this as Zacharias Festival. I know this is gonna sound the same personal for you guys, but Katya, if you're watching this, which I think she's my ex, by the way.
If you're watching-
Привет, как дела?
A foot long.
I love you all. Я люблю вас. I'm going to bed.
There's white stuff on my face. Hold on.
It's cum.
I said I'm going to bed. Poco увидимся. I love you all. Good night.
Is that a Wasian person? Is that a Wasian person? Is he hacking? Look how he